of engagement comes from non-scalable behaviors. Let me say it one more time for the kids in the back. Increased engagement only comes from non-scalable behaviors. Point number one, reply to every comment you get every time for the rest of your life. I did that for the first 5 years of my career before it became mathematically impossible. Point number two, go on Instagram and TikTok live more often so you can actually interact more. Point number three, do something like the Ask Gary Vee show, where if people leave comments, extract them and do a show like this, which will then show people that you're actually listening to their comments, which will engage that audience to compel them to do more engagement. Engagement is the hardest thing to earn. Engagement is the best thing to earn. Engagement takes work. Most people think the work is done once you post the content. To me, that's the beginning of the work process on your way up.
What's
Nardine.
your advice if I'm interested in something and I lose interest very quickly when I've tried a bunch of things, especially that it stresses me out because I feel like I'm never going to find my true passion. What would you advise me on that? Thank you.
It's a great question. My perspective on this is it's no different than kissing a bunch of frogs until you find your prince. No different than dating or friendships. You know, all of us at this point watching this video have gone through friendships and potentially relationships, and the reality is some new kid moves in 4th grade, you think you're gonna be friends, the first couple days are good, and then the 3rd day she or he shows you that they're not a nice person and you walk away, which is fine. No different than interests and passions. You know, the reality is that I went skiing once back, 15 years ago, and it was fine. I kind of liked it. I was surprised I was decent by the 3rd day, but it wasn't a passion of mine, and it's not something I want to allocate instead of going garage sailing. That's okay. You're also extremely young, and the reality is that I wouldn't beat yourself up or overjudge yourself just because you didn't fall in love with cooking or being a yoga teacher or being into concrete manufacturing. The reality is you still haven't found it. That's awesome. There's nothing wrong with that. You're getting judged by people who've settled. This is an incredibly important point in our society. Normally, the people that will cast judgment on someone who's still trying to explore are people who themselves settled without exploring and are subconsciously deploying misery loves company. Just to give you context of what just happened, that just sucked the air out of the room with my team behind this camera.